David Kazai here with RMI Innovation. I am here with Patrick Bain. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for sticking it out and being the champion for the small, medium-sized brick stores. I am very grateful that you have taken this on to come bring clarity, the distinction between product and product owner. Before I get that, tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, obviously, me and you knowing each other for a long time, I have extensive background in the retail industry. Really understanding the market space of the home stores. And when I say home, that's furniture, that's housewares, that's rugs, that's lighting. That's really where my background came from. And it's always been a passion of mine. And to your comment earlier, thank you. It's the vision of believing what we're doing, and at the end of the day, that we can change every retailer's life out there. We know there's over 92,000 of them to change, and we know there's more than 7,000 manufacturers that we're going to change their lives too. And I think that's why you put the work into it, to understand that it really will make a difference. It really will change an industry, and not just that industry. There's more industries to come after that, I meant.
So our journey started 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And we bought into a vision that the future belongs to the people who have product data. So let's talk about the difference between product and product data. So we have talked about this a lot.
Yeah.
Let's review it in a way that everybody can relate. So we know product has limitation of location. It's either in a store or is in a warehouse.
Yeah.
It has limitation of time. 9 to 6, 10 to 9, 10 to 6. And it has a restraint of human interaction. If I am looking for certain things, I still today, for most part, need to pick up the phone, call, hello, Tim Shantz, do you have this? Let me check, I get back with you.
Yeah.
Is that reasonable?
Oh, yeah.
You and I came up with another vision today, that another part of the product limitation is the space, not location necessarily, but space. Space is Macy's, that you were senior VP over there, can afford to get 300,000 square feet to show a lot of product.
Sure, sure.
Now let's compare these to product data. What is product data now, based on what you and I learned, refined, and made tools for it?
Well, and even the term product data, I think it's more so as well as understanding how the consumer shops now. Days of old, we've been store managers, owned our own store locations, known hundreds of people that have done this for a living. You can walk out and digest why your business is not good. If you see the same person on the phone all day long, but yet you're not doing business, they're obviously not talking to customers. I mean, we understand the mechanics. We walk out there, we can feel it, we breathe it, we get it. Well, now our first salesperson is our website. Our first interaction with the customer that we are asking to come do business in a location is coming through a website, 96% of them. So product data is very valuable, even more so than the physical product that's sitting in that store.
Thank you. So product has this limitation. Now look at advantages of product data. First of all, it's fluid. And most of you will say, what do you mean it's fluid? It can be seen on a desktop, on a tablet, on an iPhone. More than that, it's 24/7.
Sure.
Anywhere around the world, and more importantly, you don't need this space. It's a virtual space. The more you show, the more you sell.
Sure.
So we are seeing the advantage of product data and product. Now, let's look at the infrastructure and the relationship of the product owner for product data versus product, retailer versus the big.com. For the infrastructure for the big.com is product data.
Sure, yeah.
As they provide all the data they need to provide about the product that they have sitting in their warehouses. But for the retailer is product. This is a good example of it. Giving product. So they provide this, they go through a lot of pain, a lot of expenses to provide this for us. So I need to suppose to go in here right now, find black, contemporary, 10 by 14, less than $900. Who can do this with this, and this is a small representation of the catalog. Is that reasonable?
Minimalistic. Well, and I think that's where we really have the knowledge, we have the acumens to understand that the retailer that is now your customer is shopping you just like you would shop as a consumer.
Thank you.
I go to Amazon. I go to these websites to look at things.
Why do you go there?
Well, it's convenience. I'm maybe sitting at my desk. Maybe I'm at home. It's right at my fingertips. I need to look and
24/7, anytime, as much as you want.
Right.
So
right.
Product data is the future of the small to medium-sized business.
Right, but the expectation we're not doing for our retailers is giving them the same tools from their desk, from the opportunities. Maybe I'm off that day. Maybe I close my stores on Monday, which we know a lot of retailers do. That's their day off. And I'm sitting at home and I think, I'd really like 3 of this one item. Not many, if any, of the manufacturers provide a tool relevant for that end user to go on there and get those 3 products right there when they're thinking about it, much less searching a color, searching a style, searching a particular look that they're wanting.
Price range?
Price range, right. Instead, well, do I want to drive to the office and get my book? No, I don't. So guess what? I either forget about it, I either drop that sale, or it maybe doesn't transpire for another 90 days when it could have been instant.
So what you're saying, product data is not necessary for retailers to make it available for the consumer,
sure.
But the retailer itself need product data available.
No, the retailers are now shopping like their B2C customers shop them. They're shopping in the same manner, but yet as an industry, we have not even begun to touch on how we're going to fulfill that need.
So, in ancient time, color purple was associated with royalty. Ruler of ancient Persia, Rome, and Egypt wore purple garment. Today, product data is the new purple, and we know who the royalty is. Wayfair, Amazon, Overstock, and a smaller kingdom, Rug USA, Rug Direct.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
The rest of the average people in rug industry, and it's the cross home furnishing, is that reasonable to say?
Yeah.
Is the same thing?
Correct.
So B2B is not available, which is product data, available for retailers to purchase it. And then B2C, which is consumer buying from local retailer, product data is not available.
And if it is available, it's quite often so fragmented and so poorly assembled that the retailer trying to have a website company develop, the understanding does not even compute. And how would I get more than 1,000 products even into a site, knowing that there's hundreds of thousands just within a rug industry? I think there's a lot of barriers placed out there in front of the retailers and how they can be effective and even be competitive.
So you and I have discussed many times democratization of product data through democratization of technology.
Sure.
You want to speak into that a little bit?
Well, I mean, I think when we look at the democratization of technology and really understanding what are we going to do, how can we really change a course, a flow, and we go back to the first part of the conversation is that's why we did this. We saw the ability to change an industry, to change something that was completely inadequate, insufficient, unfunded. There's so many more words and adjectives that you could use to explain that. But the democratization of data is we no longer can let the big .coms spend $300 million a year and hoard the data for themselves, because we see what that has done. I mean, we saw a Wayfair who 8 years ago was cash poor, overfunded on investment capital, trying to develop a product. We now know that by the end of 2017, this will be a cash neutral company. And we're talking a tune of over $3 billion, which didn't exist 8 years ago. What does $3 billion look like to a store owner out there? Mm-hmm. How many store owner businesses is that at one time?
And could they have done that without product data?
No, absolutely not. It's the number one thing that fueled their whole success.
Thank you. So for the first time, we have democratized product data through democratization of technology, which means building series of tools to make data available both for B2B and B2C. So a retailer can come, get data from us, rebrand it if they wish,
right?
Make a bucket, and what is bucket? Search the inventory, narrow the selection, reprice it, edit, put it on the home page or put it in the menu.
Right.
We have
Yeah.
done that.
Well, I think one thing we need to speak to that we've done that's even more so relevant is we made it affordable. We know one of the biggest barriers to our local brick and mortar retailer is they fault for every dollar that they've ever made. They immerse themselves in their community. They're part of the community. They're not a big conglomerate. Therefore, they're going to do a personalized business, and we made it affordable. I think that is one of the key parts of.
Let's talk about affordability. On average, if somebody come and wants to purchase 20 vendor from you, what is the cost, monthly cost?
$5.99 to $7.99.
Which is how much a day?
Oh, it's less than $10 a day.
So it's from $10 a day to $30 a day to $100 a day. You can have all the tools and all the data that we have. $100 a day. So if you want to get a data manager, a data gatherer, somebody who consistently call and collect the data from the vendors.
Yeah, that's the.
Somebody process this data. And then on top of that, have SEO and SEM tools in the data.
Yeah.
It's impossible for $100 a day. So if you want to know more about this, please click the link below and read more about it, or you can call us at the number below and we provide you further information. Thank you.